Here are my early 2019 XXL freshman class predictions. My name is Josh, your enviers, and I did a video like this around 4 or so months ago after the 2018 cover. I'm here to do it again because a lot of artists have blown up since then, and probably 4 months from now, a lot more artists will blow up, and I'll make another video talking about the cover. First artist we're going to be talking about making the cover is Juice WRLD. I'm going to be going in order from most likely to least likely. Juice WRLD is right now the most likely artist to make the cover. Some say he would be too big as of right now, but Lil Pump was on it last year, and I feel like Juice WRLD will be that Lil Pump-esque artist on this year's cover. Not in terms of musically, but popularity wise. He's already collabed with a variety of big name artists, so the XXL missed their mark last year with Juice WRLD. We'll have to wait and find out. Next, let's talk about Lil Baby, another artist I feel like XXL missed their mark on last year, but just like Juice WRLD, he's as big as he's ever been right now. However, if I was Lil Baby, I'd probably feel some type of way of accepting it, because on The Breakfast Club, the XXL editor, the lady that picks out the list, she was comparing Lil Baby and Blockboy JB. I believe his name came up, saying, why isn't Lil Baby on the list? And she was saying, well, Blockboy JB and Lil Baby both got the Drake co-sign, but Blockboy JB had an amazing personality, and his personality just made you want to be friends with him, and you know, his personality is going to make him a superstar, while Lil Baby on the other hand, he just didn't have that amazing personality. So if I was Lil Baby hearing that, I'd probably decline, but we'll see what happens. If Lil Baby does make the list, this next artist definitely has to make it as well, and that guy is Gunna. Both came up around the same time, both have a tape together, both go hand in hand with the style of rap that they do. I know prior years XXL said no duos, that's why X and Ski weren't on the same list, but last year Smoke Perp and Lil Pump were on the list, so maybe this year that duo-ish group can be Lil Baby and Gunna. Both deserve it, and a cypher with them two would be fun to watch. Next up, let's talk about Sheck West. I made a video on Sheck West. You could check that out on my YouTube channel. I'll probably have it in the description. Is Sheck West a one-hit wonder? I don't know, but you've probably heard the song Mo Bamba that every white kid sings at a sporting event or a kickback or through a Snapchat story you don't care about. It's been an anthem of 2018, and doesn't matter how I feel about the song, it has blown up. It has done numbers. He signed under Kanye West and Travis Scott, released his debut project Mudboy. 2019 looks to be a big year for Sheck West, and if XXL doesn't even reach out to him and say, yo, do you want to be on this list, they're not doing it right. With over 200 million plays, Sheck West has to be in the mention for this upcoming XXL freshman list. Speaking of artists with anthems, you may or may not have heard of the next artist we'll be talking about, Flipp Dinero. His song Leave Me Alone has over 100 million plays. Just like Sheck West's song Mo Bamba, you've probably followed that one female on Snapchat that's walking barefoot on concrete, recording all the college parties she goes to, yelling turn up with a red cup in her hand. It's really cool to see artists that no one knows have a song that changes their entire lives. And although you don't hear as many people talking about Flipp Dinero as an artist like Sheck West, his song just has as much impact. He doesn't have a project out right now, but if he plays it strategically and he makes the list, he'll be dropping one soon once the cover releases, and if he's on it. XXL should definitely be reaching out to these 5 artists. Whether they accept the invitation to be on the cover or not is completely up to them, but you have to consider these 5 guys. They've had a great 2018, and in 2019 you should be able to capitalize off that. The other half of this video are artists that I'm 50-50 on. Let's talk about T Grizzley. I feel like I've been saying T Grizzley should have been on the list since last year, and since his blow up song First Day Out. It hasn't happened yet, but he dropped a solid project, and still my moment. If T Grizzley doesn't make it this year, I'm just gonna stop talking about him completely, you know, because this is one last opportunity. I feel like he's been doing the pitches for 2 years now. If by this year you haven't got it, you know, time to move on. I feel like at that point you'd be better than XXL. Don't be a guy like Famous Dex who says he wants to be on it, trashes the editor, and then says he wants to be on it again. That's just, you know, 3 years. 3 years is the time limit, and The artists we've mentioned so far, it looks like XXL could use a lyricist or an artist that can keep away the old heads saying 2018 and 2019 music is trash. Take it back to the jean shorts and the sagging pants. Shout out to Brian. Next, let's talk about Rich Brian, another artist just like T Grizzley, who I feel like it's past due. If he doesn't make it this year, he's probably never gonna make it. XXL seems to like diversity. They always try to choose a diverse cast of artists, and why not pick the Indonesian sensation in Rich Brian? If you weren't sure about him last year, his project Amen just dropped, and he looks to be serious about it. You know, what he's doing with 88 Rising is also amazing. Rich Brian and T Grizzley, the only two artists I have in my early predictions that this is it. This is their final chance to do it. So I hope they do. So let's start talking about the 3 other spots available. And those 3 spots available, I'm super unsure about. They seem to be fringe superstars because they're doing numbers and the people love them. But at the same time, are they really on that level where XXL is going to pick him out? And first artist we'll be talking about is Lil Mosey. He recently dropped his debut project, North's Best. He's super young. He's like 16 or 17 years old. And the stuff he's been doing with Cole Bennett has definitely helped his career. But you could say that pretty much about any artist that is on the Lyrical Lemonade channel and is actually decent. His blow-up song was Notice, which was, I guess, cool, you know? I personally like Pull Up and Booth Pack better, but the numbers he's doing is crazy right now. Not as crazy as the first 5 guys I mentioned, but still, if he continues, 2019 is looking to be a good year, and XXL should at least consider him to, you know, come through to the office and do the little pitch video so people could say, if he isn't on the list, we're going to riot, and XXL is trash if he isn't. So, yeah, Lil Mosey definitely should be considered. Next, it's either one of the YBN guys, YBN Cordae, YBN Almighty J. I feel at this point, Almighty J has a more mainstream sound, just isn't releasing as much music as Cordae at the moment. He's also been doing these YouTube vlogs, which is cool to see, but at the same time, I don't think XXL looks at these YouTube rappers seriously, and I always get comments in my XXL videos, what about this YouTube rapper or that YouTube rapper? And Almighty J, I wouldn't classify him as a YouTube rapper, but someone you see doing vlogs probably isn't going to be making the XXL list. And Cordae would most likely be a better choice when it comes to lyrical ability, because if you look at the list, not that many super lyrical guys, and maybe Cordae could please some of the older heads. At the same time, Cordae and Almighty J still, although they're huge in respectively, you know, they have a huge fan base, they're not as big or as known as the other artists I've mentioned. So hopefully in time, you know, 2019 rolls along, they have that one song that takes them over the edge. Cordae and particularly, although Kung Fu was great, it didn't have as much of an impact like the other artists on this list I have. So we'll see. Both super raw right now, but I would love to see after Namir, one of these guys make it the following year. Last but not least, we have the 10th spot, and in this case we're going to rig the 10th spot and just add a random female artist on the list because diversity, and you know, we don't want to have just a bunch of dudes on the cover. Honestly, there isn't a single hot female artist out there doing numbers unless they pull like a last year Stefflon Don. They got someone that was popping in a totally different country. Maybe I'm just not aware of female artists that are on the rise, but from what I see XXL pushing, they cover a lot of Rico Nasty and Cody Shane. In my super early XXL predictions, I said Rico Nasty. She dropped her debut project in Nasty. Same thing with Cody Shane. But if it's about talent and the amount of popularity that each artist has, both of these artists, Rico Nasty and Cody Shane, aren't on the level of any other artist on this list. They pull far less views, far less plays. Other female artists you'd probably consider if you're XXL is 070 Sheck and Doja Cat, who had a somewhat of an anthem in Moo, you know, got all the females singing. The biggest female artist of all, I feel like, in 2018 is Georgia Smith. She had a nice breakout year. She's probably way too big for XXL. The 10 spots up in the air, but XXL always wants a female artist, so you could pick from these 4 or drop another female artist name in the comment section below for me to check out. But that is my 2019 early XXL predictions. I'll do another one of these in a few months time, but let me know your list in the comment section below. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, share it around, subscribe, all that. Click on the videos on screen, etc. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.